I want to show you guys the difference between a forestry excavator and a construction excavator. So I am here with Spencer from HardWork Industries, and let's go over what makes these two machines different.
So both these machines are around that 300 horsepower mark and similar hydraulic power. However, the log loader is about 10 ton heavier than the construction excavator.
You're going to see why it's a little heavier when we have a look at it. So why don't we go through some of the features of these machines here. To start with, let's just have a look at what's attached on the end. Obviously, a construction equipment's going to have a bucket, but it's a little bit more intense than that. So you'll notice that my attachment here is directly pinned onto the stick and the hydraulic cylinder, whereas on a construction excavator here, you have this thing which is a quick attached, or I guess not always a quick attached, but you have a tool and an implement here to attach different features on. Yeah, it's a wedge coupler. So like today, we might take the rake off and put our bucket back on to clean up dirt. Whereas this thing is basically, if it's a log loader, it's intended to spend its life as a log loader. You can switch out the attachments, but you've actually got to pop the pins out and the hydraulic cylinder. It's a little bit more intensive. It's not designed to switch all the time. As well as I will have two auxiliary hydraulics. You normally have one? Yeah, so Chase has both auxiliary hydraulics to spin his attachment as well as grapple. Excavators sometimes have none, but often they'll have one auxiliary hydraulic for a thumb capability or a twist wrist. Okay, one of the big differences now moving up is into the stick. You'll notice that there is a difference. The construction one has its hydraulic cylinder mounted to the top of the boom, whereas mine is underneath my boom to push that stick out. You're trying to pull towards you? Yeah, they call it breakout force with an excavator. So you want as much mechanical advantage to pull that scoop of dirt and get a full bucket quickly. Whereas running a log loader, I want the ability to grab that mitt full of logs, push it out away from me and get it onto a truck. So you're always pulling towards you and I'm trying to push away, so we've relocated it. And also what that does as well is it increases my reach. So these two machines, that stick height is about the same. If you look where the pin is, I'm a little taller, but because I'm able to put that hydraulic cylinder underneath, where the boom attaches is right on the very top of the stick, which gives me extra height, which means that I can now reach out a lot farther than you can. Yeah, because I want to be able to dig deep and low, whereas you want to be able to reach up and high. So that's where the configuration comes into play. I also have a fair bit more armor on that. Because my boom is now underneath, I can hit that with a load of logs. If I'm trying to swing around, there is a chance that I could hit that, so they'd put a bunch of extra skid plating on it and a bunch of extra skid plating on here, and we'll get into it. It's gonna be a theme of this machine is that there's a lot more skid plating. Turns out, I think loggers beat up their equipment a little more. Looks like it. How many hours does your machine have on it? Mine's got about 5,500. Okay, I've got double the hours. Yeah. Yours doesn't look like double the. Yeah, no. She was been rough. I'm gonna repaint this. Walk us through your undercarriage here. Yeah, this is a triple grouser pad, so you can see there's 3 grousers on each track pad. Now that helps distribute that weight a little more evenly, and it's less aggressive on what we're tracking over. So if we have to go over some concrete or something, we're not gonna totally destroy the ground beneath us. And everything else is pretty standard excavator spec. So the weight is kept low. You'll notice this undercarriage is a lot lower than the log loader. And it's a simple cat undercarriage. There's less guarding, you'll notice. The log loader has more guarding. It's pretty standard. A little bit lighter. Yeah. So on the construction one, when you're looking at your undercarriage, you're gonna notice it's squatted a lot lower to the ground, where mine is lifted up. Now the reason why I've got those higher tracks is that I want increased ground clearance on this machine. Basically, when you're out logging, there's gonna be stumps and all that left over from the bunchers, more rocks, you're in an off-road environment. You don't want that to, because it's already got hit and beat up on there, even with the increased clearance. So let's go have a look at the side of the tracks and let's see the extra armor on this one. Looking at the forestry one, you notice there's a little bit more guarding. I've got these lower guards on here, and I've got just a little bit more guarding on the final drive, and because of that increased undercarriage height, I'm a lot taller on this machine, as well as I've got just 2, whereas Spencer's machine had 3 on here, and I've got these corks. So not only do I have 2 to give me a little bit more traction, a little bit more dig into that soft material, that snow, that ice, There's also welded on lugs that dig into the ground and rip. And you can see, because while I've been tracking over this thing, I destroy pavement, concrete, anything I touch with this machine, shattered and destroyed. You'll notice on this log loader here, we have a lot of guarding. I've got this one that's guarding this front part. We've got another skid plate here, and this is pretty thick to take those impacts. Spencer?
Well, the goal is not to hit your machine with trees and rocks, so there's very minimal guarding on this machine.
This is one of these things that, I'll be honest, I've been a little nervous for you as we've been doing some of this demolition, because while you try not to, you're sitting down pretty low.
Yeah, you're putting almost as much effort into avoiding bringing in those pieces of metal to your cab as you are handling the material in front of you.
See, whereas I've been putting like zero effort into like keeping that away, I'm well above things. And I find that this is one of these things I find we're gonna have a look into these cabs and we'll go over some of the visibility of things. So let's go climb up there, Spencer, show us your cab.
Different perspectives. So we're low to the ground here. It's just 2 steps and I'm in the cab. A standard excavator cab. We're close to where we're digging, especially if you're, like I said, digging trenches. You can see down into your trench. You got a good view of your tracks so you can get good stability.
I can talk to you right here. That's kind of a nice feature. So if you're working around guys.
Yeah, you talk to your swamper, a guy on the ground helping you. So there's advantages to having a low cab, as well as when you do run into material or you get shook with the boom, I find I'm not moving very much down here, whereas when you're way up in the cab, you can start to dance.
It's all about your leverage and your fulcrum point. If you think about it, you're much higher. So when you rock, if you're lower on the point where you're rocking, you're not moving as much. If I was to move my arm, this bottom part of my arm is moving a lot less. And trust me, you notice that when you're rocking over things, you're damn near on the windshield. I used to hate taking these things up a set of beaver tails. When I was low bedding, you'd have to go right up over the beaver tails. You'd be looking at nothing but sky, immediately followed by looking at ground.
It's probably the biggest difference between these machines is where the cab is.
Visibility for view around and behind you.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. I don't really have better rear visibility than you do, but
I think you have worse. Tell me when you can see me out of your cab window. Can you see me out your back window yet?
No.
Oh, okay, I can see you now.
Yeah.
This is how far I've got to be away from Spencer before he can see me in the back of this machine.
So that's why they have, like, on the oil field or pipeline, you'll see those sensors on the side. They actually have ultrasonic sensors.
It for sure is.
It's a requirement, yeah.
All right, let's go have a look at my machine now. Now, the downside to a log loader is that it is a bit of a trek to get there. Big difference. Where Spencer entered through the side of his machine, I've got to enter through the back door, because I've seen some of the hose in the States for forestry and they climb up the side of their high cab. BC doesn't let you do that because it's a slipping hazard.
Oh yeah.
I prefer the back door.
I also prefer the back door. This here is the forestry cab. You'll notice that from here, I can look directly over Spencer's machine. If you have a look out that side window, I'm pretty well sitting eye line with where his boom's at. I also have visibility down here, so I can see, because I'm a lot higher, I can look down right down by feet. And another nice thing is that Aldo is inside the cab filming this right now. There's a lot of extra room. I can fully stand up, still have clearance room. The cab is just, it's so much roomier in here. Another big difference, I've got Lexan all around me. So I don't have any glass in this thing. It's all armored up. So if I start taking sticks and rocks and things flying at me, which while doing this demolition project, you know how much safer I have felt when things go flying in the air? Not that they really have, but if something were to go flying in the air, I'm protected. I've got extra bars on here. Now, visibility wise, from the operator's seat, that is the machine I am looking down on. And looking behind me, I can see directly behind me all the way down and around. I find it's a better view.
Yeah, this is my first time being in this thing, and it feels like I'm 3 stories up. It's way taller in here. Definitely different visibility.
And if you need to take a piss, you don't even need to leave the cab.
I see you pulled the Lexan out of the floor, yeah.
One of the nice things about this extra space too is a lot of guys, you can put a little fridge, a microwave, and that in there. So if you're working where that machine doesn't have a fridge and microwave, you got this little area to store your bags, store your lunch box, put a microwave or a little fridge in. And let's do the same thing, Spencer. We've seen how far I was on your machine. I'm gonna walk around your machine. You let me know when how far away you can see me or not. Okay, can you see me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm right at the counterweight now. I'm gonna walk back until you can see me. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you there.
So that's the difference there. I'm probably about 10 feet away from your machine and I can see you just totally fine.
Yeah, this has its advantages being up here for sure.
But it's also got the disadvantage now. Imagine I'm trying to talk to you on a job site.
Yeah, with the machine running, it'd be tough, eh?
Basically impossible.
Yeah.
Having a look at the rear and the side of the machine, you'll notice here, these panels are much thinner. You can hear it. You don't even need to see it, whereas this one, a lot thicker, yet somehow it is still beat up. It's supposed to be so it stops trees and all that other debris that you're gonna see logging hit you. This machine is in rough shape, but you have a look at it. This counterweight is gross. There's no doubt. I'm gonna see that in the comments. This is a particularly bad, but when you're logging, you're next to brush piles, slash piles, you're up against the side of a bank on a hill, you tend to scratch your counterweight a lot more than you guys tend to.
Yeah, you were quite surprised when we brought this on site, and we keep talking about counterweight scratches, and Jake's like, who gives a crap? Like, swinging into the trees, but in the construction world, a clean counterweight is like a mark of being a good operator.
I'll be honest, you should be taking care of your counterweight forestry. This is horrible. This is actually, even I find this pretty bad. I've got to get a respray on this. But it's a marketplace special, like everything we buy around here at Edison. So we've talked about the difference between the stick, the boom, and our setup. So I think we'll hop in the machines. We're gonna just show you what our match reach up is, how high up we can reach, and we're gonna show you our match reach out. Just that different combination of hydraulic cylinders and where they're attached on the stick and the boom. Are they the same? Now that I'm looking at it, is it set up to be opposite? Like, is that the same pin on the top of my stick that's the same pin below? Like, if you took the boom, could you attach it there and then attach the hydraulic cylinder above it and have an excavator set up?
I think it'd be a little more in-depth than that, but
I don't know. I'm just looking at, like, if you draw the shape of the stick, it kind of makes the same.
Oh yeah, I see.
It's kind of in the same spot.
Kind of is similar, eh?
I don't know, if we were filming that and that goes in the video, can somebody let us know in the comments that knows a lot more? Because I've never looked until I've had these two machines side by side, but can you take it and switch the two positions between them? Let us know. I'd be curious, because maybe we just have an excavator after we're done with a really tall cab. Let's hop in them. We're gonna boom all the way up, see who's got the higher reach, and then we're gonna boom all the way out and see who can reach out farther. We ready? Okay. Yeah, that's a fair bit more reach, eh? Alright, now let's go all the way up. Is mine faster, Spencer, or is it were you just slower on the control? I'm being gentle. I can't see, do I win? 1, 2, 3. I'm not sure how to count that because I have a lot more stick travel. True. We'll do it on the way in here. I didn't want to slam my cylinder. 1, 2, 3. Fairly comparable. Can we just climb on top of a material pile? That would be a good test. Oh yeah, we can go over there. I don't know how to go down. I don't know how to judge that one. Like, I wouldn't be able to scoop anything there, but I can reach down well. Yeah, that's true, hey? Because if you look at your cylinders on your undercarriage, you're horizontal and you're out. Yeah, I mean, your boom is curved down. My boom is straight. You definitely win at the downhill. All right, to the dig depth. Do one little fist bump for the end. Those are the major differences between a forestry machine and a construction excavator. Hope you enjoyed watching that.
Yeah, they're both good at what they do. It's a different design, but they're both excavators.
It's funny how much you can have something project. Like, this is why sourcing the right equipment is so crucial based on what you're doing. Because if you bought that, trying to do what you do, awful.
Yeah.
If we bought that machine trying to load logging trucks, it'd be terrible.
Yep.
Machinery is designed for a specific purpose, and there is a lot of thought that goes into those fine details.